This is Nathan Ball with news and commentary on the Fannie and Freddie bailout that is all part of Agenda 21.
So, let's talk about the censorship. Let's talk about the threats, because I can't get into a lot of this stuff right now because it's about to all obviously be phased out, the current stuff that's going on, but some good things are happening. I just have to leave it at that. Let's just say this, though. All hell's been breaking loose around here because they're really pissed. And some of the things I've been told by sources are you need to just basically stop having sources in the White House. The system doesn't like it. And you need to stop going after the Federal Reserve. You need to stop going after Fannie Mae and Freddie Mac. This really has people upset. And I'm like, yeah, well, the stories aren't going viral. They're not, yeah, well, they're going viral in the government. So, see, there's kind of multiple things InfoWars does. So, I'm not running down Corsi. He has a lot of articles that do go viral. But a lot of these more technical ones, when he has a degree in banking and finance from Harvard, he's respected in D.C. That's his main job. People are really listening to him. So that's why they had some of the conservative media demonized him last week and said, 2 weeks ago, said it was fake. They got egg on their face now that the Treasury Secretary says, no, it's real. Now Trump's coming out, and he is trying to kill the Obama program of looting it. So he's here with big developments. But first off, what do you make of the attempts, Dr. Corsi of Infowars.com, our D.C. bureau head? What do you make of them openly, nakedly trying to threaten us to shut down your stories?
I think it's to be expected because we're having such an impact. I mean, today I monitored the hearing in the Senate Banking Committee, and Mel Watt, who is the regulator for Fannie and Freddie, he heads the Federal Housing Finance Agency, just said it's in his authority to end the Treasury sweeping all the profits out of Fannie and Freddie. He's going to make sure that the two government-sponsored enterprises have enough capital to keep running, and it's his decision. And so he said, as of now, he doesn't intend to give any more money to the Treasury Department. He's going to make his own decision. They'd be happy to talk to Treasury about it, but the law that created his agency gives him the authority to make sure that Fannie and Freddie are well capitalized. Now,
so the good news is Trump is killing the looting of Fannie Mae and Freddie Mac.
Precisely, and this was Senator Corker was at the hearing, and he was the one that I constantly targeted as wanting to give the mortgage market over to the banks that he's made millions of dollars in loans with, Bank of America, Wells Fargo. Corker was about fit to be tied. He said, well, we'll give you $10 billion more capital to keep running Fannie and Freddie. And Mel Watts said, no, we don't need it. And Mel Watt knew that as long as they were taking federal money, they couldn't recapitalize Fannie and Freddie for the shareholders.
Let me ask you this, because they're clearly not just looting it. Why do the Democrats want to bankrupt it? I mean, Obama made no secret of that.
Well, because it was free cash. I mean, they had over $266 billion. They were up against the wall.
Money, 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 money!
The House of Representatives had refused to fund the insurance subsidies under Obamacare. Obamacare was going to crash in the first year.
That's right, so it's multifaceted. They propped up Obamacare with it, but also, just like the Federal Reserve under Obama, doesn't want cheap loans to the public, only cheap loans to big banks. So this is all part of making people poor, picking winners and losers.
Yes, and it's also part of the scheme that the Obama administration had, that they were going to let Fannie and Freddie fail. We could take all the capital out of them. So by the end of this year, they would have
they wanted to ruin them.
And Freddie. And then they were going to give the mortgage market over to the big banks and the hedge funds and in Wall Street, which would mean that we would become a nation of renters. The Treasury Department, I revealed the documents, we published them. It shook the very base of Washington. When these documents were published, the Treasury under Geithner and under the Obama administration wanted to end the American dream of us being homeowners. We're all going to become renters. We're going to become a nation of renters. And then when Corker today asked that question, and Mel Watt quietly sat there and corrected him and said, we're not taking $10 billion. We don't need it. We can very well capitalize ourselves by just keeping our earnings. And that's what we're going to do. And we're going to
wow, a federal agency helping people get low-interest loans, actually working, being solvent, and helping the country. But the mega banks don't want that. They want a bunch of poor people.
Renting from the major builders that are building in conjunction, like Corker,
250 square foot coffin apartments.
Precisely. and put everybody in, 800 square feet. That's their idea of the American dream.
The new one's 250.
Well, right. I mean, it'd be a little cubicle. That's what they're aiming for. And when we exposed this and made it clear, even at the hearing today, Mel Watt was asked whether the 30-year fixed rate mortgage would survive without Fannie and Freddie, without a government guarantee. And he said no, it wouldn't survive. Now that's the bedrock of people getting first-time home loans. The ability to get a 30-year fixed rate.
So they're trying to blow up the stairway into middle class and then into wealth. This is so dastardly, so dirty, and Trump's trying to save it.
And Trump is coming. Finally, Trump, we wrote a series of articles. We said that all Trump had to do was to not fund the insurance subsidies. The White House started saying to the Democrats, we can end Obamacare tomorrow by just not paying the insurance subsidies. And now we pointed out again that Mel Watt and the Federal Home Financing Agency has the authority on his own. He doesn't have to ask the Department of Treasury. He can make the decision himself.
Sure. Shouldn't the Republicans start hearings and get on the offense that Obama looted $300 billion at least, that all these lawsuits came out and got covered up, that they're still wanting to loot it, and that they want to destroy small homeowners? I mean, literally, they even did the loans that were fraudulent. They now admit to bankrupt the whole system. I mean, these are monsters, just like George Soros wants to bankrupt the dollar. I mean, these are just criminals.
And not pay the stockholders. The stockholders, and there's lots, they're not paying out all kinds of benefits to former employees of Fannie and Freddie. I mean, this is
they're looting the federal pensions. They're not paying out the dividends. I mean, they're just literally destroying any independent wealth that isn't owned by the Federal Reserve group of banks. It's unbelievable.
And this is another thing tying back to firing Comey. If we had an FBI that wasn't protecting the socialist left, and Comey was a fixer. I've written articles.
Well, look at all his deputies. There are a bunch of Democrats that give to Hillary, and I mean, Trump got rid of him because he literally said Trump was crazy and a liar about wiretapping. It was admitted.
And the FBI is not investigating the theft of Fannie and Freddie.
I know you have a lot of FBI contacts. Mine all hated Comey. Stone says all his hate Comey. What do your FBI sources say? Because I know FBI agents in Austin that love you. I know senior retired ones that love you. The FBI really respects you. So so what are they telling you?
Well, the senior ones that I know that are reliable just hate Comey because he politicized the FBI. I mean, when he came out, it was completely unconscionable. He gave this litany, all the things that Hillary had done wrong. With her server, and then said he wasn't going to prosecute her. Well, first of all, it wasn't his
same time. No, he's doing nothing wrong.
He should have had a grand jury
in
there taking testimony, and he let Hillary off the hook. And ask Roger Stone. We were the ones who forced Comey to reopen the Weiner investigation.
Sure.
And so I knew that Huma Ahmadine was sending her emails to yahoo.com. I wrote about that, documented it, and they had to end up in Weiner's email. The New York Police Department had that laptop, so the FBI had to investigate.
That's right, amazing. We'll come back in the next few days and let's watch where this is going, but they're really trying to get Trump. I don't see that successfully happening unless we don't back Trump. Dr. Corsi for Infowars.com. People can also email you there on your email. They want to give you any tips. In fact, I forget, what is your email on Infowars, Dr. Corsi?
It's doc at Infowars.com.
It's Doc, D-R, and
Doc, D-O-C, Doc C, Doc C.
Doc C, all right, thank you so much. Fourth hour coming up.
Well, as you heard, it was all to take people down and make more money. No matter what, they just don't care. This is Nathan Ball with news and commentary. If you like the video, hit the like button. Leave a comment. Tell me what you think. Y'all take care.